Hello, my name is Stephen Madden, and my research paper focuses on how environmental policies had an effect on the economy. So the main policies that the paper focuses on is the Clean Water Act and many that derive from it. And the central claim goes, environmental regulations such as those deriving from the Clean Water Act have not proved to have any significant relationship on the outcome of the economy, nor any significant impact on the environment. So from a macroeconomic point of view, I gathered these tables from Stephen Meyer, and he uses four economic indicators that are along the left side. And the coefficient tells us the change in environmental regulatory with the economic performance. And if environmental policies were to be harmful, then we would expect the coefficient to be negative, yet most are positive. But with business failure rate being negative, that means that there is a negative rate of failure, meaning most businesses are doing okay. So, but the probability of no relationship tells us the statistical significance, and anything above 5% says that it's insignificant, and all of them are. So that just goes to show that it's hard to say if there's any relationship. And the odds of a negative relationship, with a 1 to 9 being a 10% chance, all but business failure rate are less than a 10% chance of there being a negative relationship. So that's how it is for 1982 to 1989, but for 1990 to 1992, all the coefficients are negative, yet the probability of no relationship is even greater than in table 1. And with business failure rate is even a more negative value with a very, very small odds of a negative relationship. So there just seems to be conflicting data on whether or not there is any at all. So the microeconomic point of view, we focused on profitability, which mainly depend on net margin and return on equity. And there are many factors to this, way more than just environmental regulations, such as the firm size to a specific point, commercial contract enforcement, and price caps. And what the article I derived from mainly pointed at was there are so many different factors to profitability that merely focusing on environmental policies would just would prove to be unclear. The last body paragraph in my essay talks about the impact of the Clean Water Act on the environment. And with figure 1, I have A and B, A being swimmable water quality and B being fishable water quality. And with both of the graphs, there seems to be a very consistent or constant trend through the years. And with figure 1A, this seems to be even a possible negative trend. So if we were to assume that the Clean Water Act would have actually improved water quality standards over the years, then there should be a positive trend. So I make the claim that because there hasn't been a very positive impact throughout the years of 40 years of it being established, that the economic resources put into enforcing the act does show to be more or less a waste. So, despite the resources being put into the Clean Water Act's enforcement, there is insufficient evidence of environmental regulations having any relationship, much less a negative one, to the economy. So that is the main point of my essay. But I also want to make clear that, however, this is not a reason to ignore economics, because policies should definitely pay attention to economic trends to make sure that no future regulations will interfere, because everyone wants clean water, but everyone also wants a well-functioning economy. And here's my references. Thank you very much.